Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a story that truly stirs the soul, a story of love, ego, and the divine. We are going to dive deep into a part of Shiva and Shakti saga, but we are going to look at it through a very human, very relatable lens. Shivji, the one who resides in Kailash. Kailash, not a palace, not a kingdom, just stillness, silence, and bare rocks. Because Shiv never desired grandeur. His heart rests in simplicity, in loneliness that feels complete. But then comes the question: Shakti, the daughter of a great king, will she be able to embrace this silence? Will her world of palaces and prosperity find a place in Shiv's world of emptiness? Or maybe it is in this very emptiness, the stillness of Shiv, that the deepest union waits to unfold. And then comes Sage Narad, or as Shiv lovingly calls him, Dev Rishi. Narad tries his best to convince Shiv. It's time you should have a partner, someone who will take care of you, someone who will nurture the children. But Shiv remains silent because deep down he already knows where this is going. He's Mahadev, the one who sees beyond words. So instead of replying, he just smiles. A smile that carries both knowing and patience. As if to say, Narad, I already understand your intention even before you speak. Till now, Shiv had been quiet, just listening, just smiling. But then he finally breaks the silence. He looks at Narad and his tone changes, no longer light but deep and serious. Dev Rishi, he says, do not speak of marriage as if it is a game of happiness. Marriage is not indulgence, it is self discipline, it is sacrifice, it is tap and tyag. Love does not exist to drown in pleasures, but to rise in responsibility, to transform two souls into a path of truth and fulfillment. For a moment, everything is still, because in Shiv's words, the playful conversation suddenly turns into a profound lesson, reminding everyone that union is not about desire, but about discipline, devotion, and destiny. You know, there is a saying that even when two peoples are miles apart, they are always connected if their hearts are. But what if one of them is meditating with his eyes closed? That's what we see with Lord Shiv. He is in deep meditation, but he feels every single beat of Shakti's presence. He feels her joy, her sorrow, her very being. They are not just two individuals, they are one indivisible. As Shiva himself says, I am complete with Shakti, just as Shakti is lifeless without Shiv. He says, I am Purush and she is Prakriti, the masculine and the feminine, the consciousness and the energy. Without one another, there is nothing. It's the most beautiful and complete connection imaginable. But now, let's step back a bit and look at the man who sets this entire saga in motion, Daksh. Who is Daksh? He's no ordinary being. He's the son of none other than Brahma, the creator god. Now, here's a crucial piece of backstory. A long time ago, in a story we will save for another day, Shiv had to cut one of Brahma's heads because it symbolized his immense ego. Shiv's words were very clear: ego once born never lives. And that's exactly what happened. The ego from Brahma's head transferred into his son, Daksh. So Daksh grows up with this deep-seated inherited grudge. He wants revenge on Shiv for humiliating his father. But instead of an open war, he chooses a more cunning path. He undertakes a severe, sincere penance, a tapasya, so powerful it shakes the heavens. He's not doing this for spiritual enlightenment. He's doing it with a single ego driven purpose to gain control over the very source of divine power, Shakti. His intense devotion pays off. Shakti, impressed by his sincere effort, appears before him. He is ecstatic. His plan is working. He asks her to be born as his daughter. Shakti agrees, but with a powerful disclaimer, a warning about the unshakable bond between her and Shiv. But Daksh is so blinded by his ego that he doesn't truly hear her. He sees her acceptance not as a blessing, but as a victory. He thinks, I am the father of the goddess. How can I possibly be a human father to her? He wants her to remain a goddess so that he, as her father, will get all the respect and attention that comes with it. He's so lost in his ego that he asks a very strange question. If you are going to be a goddess, how can I, your father, be less than you? This question perfectly illustrates his pride. He isn't worried about her well being, he is worried about his own status. This moment, this single question, is the true beginning of the tragedy that will unfold. The story of Daksh reminds us that even sincere actions, when motivated by ego and revenge, can lead to a path of destruction. It is a powerful lesson, isn't it? The most beautiful part of this story is what happens next. When all of Shiva's followers ask him to go to the celebration, Shiv simply smiles. It's not a big, boisterous smile, it's a small, knowing smile, a smile of pure relief. Why? Because he knows Shakti herself has sent him a message. Through her birth as Sati, she's telling him, I will be with you. You are not alone. Think about that. We live in a world where everyone is just a call or a message away. Yet we crave constant reassurance. But there is a love, but here is a love so pure, so deep, that it doesn't even need words. There were no calls, no text, no social media post, just an unspoken, unshakable assurance. This is the kind of pure, selfless love that is truly unbelievable. It is the love that doesn't need to be seen or heard to be felt. It is a love that exists just because it is. Now we are at the final and, in my opinion, most magical part of this story. We just talked about how Shiv, despite not being invited, knows through his deep connection to Shakti that she is okay. But what happens next is just unbelievable. So all the gods and goddesses are at Daksh's celebration. Everyone is excited except for Daksh, who is still mad. He sees Shiv's followers trying to sneak in and tells his guards, shut the main doors. No one from that side is allowed in. And then something powerful happens. The camera pans to Shiva's face. There is so much emotion there, a mix of joy, sadness, hope, and resignation. He is happy that he can finally see Shakti, even if it's from a distance. But just as he feels that spark of hope, Daksh slams the door shut. It's like a metaphor for life, right? Just when you think things are going well, a door slams in your face, crushing your hopes. But here's the most beautiful part. Shiv doesn't get angry. He just looks at his palm and smiles. He has so much raw emotion on his face and he simply says, don't worry, Devi Shakti, we will meet. And then a tiny heart wrenching sound cuts through the air. The newborn child, Shakti, begins to cry. She's not just crying, she's howling as if her soul is in agony. And that's when Shiv does something incredible. He transforms into his Bal Roop, his child form, holding his Damru and Trishul. He throws a handful of sand into the air, and it's not just a handful of sand, it's a message. That sand flies through the sky and lands directly on the hands of the crying baby, Sati. And she stops crying instantly. Her tiny little hand touches Shiva's hand. The tiny hand of the child touches the hand of the ecstatic god. No words are exchanged. Nothing. Just a simple, beautiful touch. The message is sent and received. While the whole world is in chaos, Shiva is smiling, Sati is smiling. They are in their own little world, connected by a love so pure, so deep that it needs no words. And the funniest part, Daksh. Daksh thinks he successfully shut Shiva out. Little does he know that his own anger just created the perfect opportunity for the message to be delivered. His hatred accidentally became a way for Shiv to send his love. It's truly a testament to how the universe works in mysterious ways. We think we have everything under our control, but sometimes the greatest blessings come from the moments when things fall apart. What do you think of this incredible story? Let me know in the comments below what you want to hear next. You know, the Rudraksh. Rudraksh is a symbol of Shiv's emotions. He says, when I'm happy, my tears turns into a Rudraksh. But my tears of sorrow never turns into a Rudraksh. Think about that for a moment. This is what makes it so special. Shiva is showing us that a single symbol can hold both immense joy and deep pain. It is not about the negative or positive emotion itself, it's about what you choose to do with it. Shiv's message is this: you have a choice. The human heart, just like the Rudraksh, can be filled with either happy memories or painful ones. You can get bogged down by the negative, or you can choose to find joy. The memory that gives you pain can over time be replaced by happy memories. It's about perspective. You can carry the weight of your sorrow, or you can use it as a reminder to find happiness. Your life, your heart, they will be what you choose to fill them with. So, how do you choose to fill your heart today? Let me know in the comments below.